goes the bus home. Hi, bus. Kind of sad. We'll never get to live in this bus. We'll never get to enjoy the fruits of our labor. But another young couple has. But we came up with a plan and we told you we were going to do something different. So let's just turn this into this.
Ready made, ready to go. No work needed.
We found a way to get around the build that I wasn't able to do. And we're going to show you what's coming up and what we have plans to do. We had planned to do more today, yes, but
it's pouring the rain.
As usual in a Tango Romeo 87 video, the rain is pouring down, so probably be next week before we give you the full onslaught of what's about to occur here. But this week we're going to talk about our new living space and how this lets us live free and ready to go.
Yep.
Kind of laid back. You guys getting enough attention?
Never.
This will work, I think.
I think so too.
I'm really quite surprised.
Yeah. Of the amount of space, everything.
Well, when your first suggestion was, if you can't build the bus, go get a camper.
Right.
I was like, I don't want a camper. They're junk and they're tiny, and it turns out that not so much with this one. This thing is so well built.
Yes, it is.
And with the one single slide out for the dining room, there's a ton of room in here.
Yep. Yes, there is.
As y'all can see, the schoolie crew has become the camper kids, and they like it. We've got Eddie and Daisy and Hector somewhere, probably hanging out with his mom. Hector's the boss of the whole bunch. So we've been dealing with this thing for about a week since we moved it in here, and we're going to spend as much time as we can in the camper,
putting things away, loading it with things, making sure that we can live in it.
We're going to find out the things that we need to live in it.
Yes. Yes.
As we start putting things away, we're going to start cooking our meals in here. We've already put some things in the refrigerator. Sleep in here, use the bathroom in here, and figure out what the space is like. But I can tell you right now, there's more space in this than that bus ever was going to have.
Yes.
With the single slide out and the cabinets we have in the kitchen, full queen size bed. We've got 2 bunks in the back. We've got plenty of storage and closets. It's kind of cool because we came in and you turn the lights on, they come on. You want to cook on the stove, you light the stove. You want to put something in the refrigerator, you put it in the refrigerator. You want to take a shower, you take a shower.
If you get hot, you turn on the AC. If you get cold, you turn on the heat.
Hey, you two.
Hey.
No fighting.
Cease.
Okay, well, we're going to try to mess with some of these things that Tracy bought, because we want to put things away in a way that we can take them out of the camper. We can put them in the house if we need to, and we'll get into a little bit later of what Tango Romeo 87 is really going to do between now and the end of the year.
Yep. So today we bought different size storage containers with locking lids. We're going to put different things in them and stuff them in places that you might not visit daily, but you can pull them out as needed, and in the cabinets and under the cabinets, under the bed, different places like that. There's plenty of storage, but it's just using it wisely and putting things where you can find them easily and they're readily accessible when you do. The biggest storage place is under the bed. The whole queen size bed is on shocks. It lifts up and it's nothing but storage. So yep, that should be fun.
And we've got the closets on both sides of the bed. We got the nightstands on both sides of the bed. Yep. We have some storage under the couch, which you'll see is kind of like, not sure how we're going to use it exactly. Huge pantry back there. Yep, that runs nearly floor to ceiling. You've got storage under the bunk, under the benches you're sitting on.
Yep.
It's a massive amount of storage.
It is.
I'm not sure that if I'd have known, and this is an older camper, RV, whatever you want to call them. It's 20 years old, but you'd have a hard time walking in here. I don't know if you can tell it on the film, believing that anybody ever spent a single night in it.
Right.
It was a one-owner camper before us, and we have all the maintenance records. It was pretty amazing.
It was.
To find this camper, and I'll go ahead and tell you, they had a really good price on it. It was $10,000, and I had to go to work, so I told Tracy, call down there and see what you can do. So what did you get the price negotiated to, cash out the door?
$8,000.
$8,000. Well within our budget.
Yep, well within our budget.
So I guess now we ought to start trying to see where we can put some of this stuff.
Such a hound.
While Tracy's inside trying to organize some things in the cabinets and get some things put up, I'm going to try to learn a little bit about RVs and do a little bit of maintenance here. But I think they gave me empty propane bottles, so I'm going to switch out at least one of these propane bottles and make it to where Tracy can cook in the camper this evening. And finally, I assume something right in life. So empty. Alrighty. There's a switch here that says supply and points to the tank that you're going to draw off of. So I'm going to draw off of this tank, which is my new one. Turn it on and we'll go in and see if we can't get the stove to light. See what happens. If this explodes, I'm putting it on line. Boom! Well, we hope not. And we have fire. And that's how you cook in an RV that's a day old.
Rob got the gas hooked up for the stove, so it works now. So the next thing is hooking up the water, and that way we can have running water. Got the water hooked up outside. Let's see if it works. Look at that. Running water. Yay. I'm going to now show you our bus replacement and the space that we have. This is the bedroom. We've got cubbies with closet rods in them. We've got storage over top. And we have nightstands. I'll come around so you can see it. Nightstands for shoe storage and whatever you may want here. outlets on both sides of the bed. Curtain for the door. Oh. And shocks on the bed and all underneath storage. Coming into the living area, I would say. We have a couch that folds out into a bed with storage under this side. We have big cabinet overhead. We have the dinette that slides out, so it's out of the way and gives you open floor room with massive storage under each bench and underneath. And then this is the kitchen. Lots of storage in the kitchen. You have cabinets up top, cabinets in the bottom, a nice drawer pack. The oven with a cabinet underneath. A pantry cabinet. And a cabinet over here. Microwave, stove. Fridge, which is really cold. Really cold. The refrigerator runs on 12-volt electricity or LP gas. We also have a big storage area underneath the refrigerator. We have a big, huge pantry that's full of junk food right now. It is a closet, but we're going to add shelves to it and make it actually a functional pantry. We have 2 bunks. They're twins. The bottom bunk lifts up and you actually have space under that too, and we have water in the floor.
Okay, we found that little leak. As you can see, it's dripping just a little bit where the fresh water line comes in the house.
Okay, we solved that and we think we fixed it, but that's going to be tomorrow's project. We're going to go back to the tour. Alright, so we discussed this. We have a 4-drawer pack here.
Electric down there.
Electric panel is down there. This is the bathroom. Deep shower, which is a must. Shower head, we need to replace the rod. We bought one today, but it's too long. It's got the fan that you have to turn on and off and open up. It's got a nice size medicine cabinet with dividers and ledges, sink, vanity, toilet paper holder, cabinet with the outside shower stuff and the toilet. We may change this toilet and go with composting. We're just not 100% sure yet. Well, that's it. Now you've seen the inside. Everything's functional, everything's working.
What a day.
Yep.
What did we get done today?
We went shopping.
Oh, yeah. Well, we got the things in the tubs. We got the water hooked up. We've got to fix that small water leak tomorrow.
Yep, got the gas going.
Got that working. Hot water works.
Yep.
Stinks.
Stinks bad.
Well, I think we got that flushed out pretty much, but I think we're going to have to just sterilize the whole system.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how long this has been sitting. I'm still blown away.
Yeah.
It's an amazing, solid piece of camper.
Yeah, it is.
If y'all hear crunching, it is
Eddie.
Hey, Eddie. Come here, man. Come here. Say hi to everybody. Come here.
Eddie.
Come here. Oh, there's Eddie.
Daisy.
Come here, Daisy.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here, Daisy.
Come here. Come here. You're the baby. You're the baby. How old is Daisy?
Daisy is 10 months old.
So Daisy is a 6-year-old. And behaves like one.
Hi.
So, I guess our plan is to continue on the plan that we had with the bus project but just convert it to the camper project.
Yes.
So building freedom is still our thing. And even
Right.
though building is not going to be quite the same, there's some things that Tracy wants to do. We're going to put some shiplap wallpaper in the bath or in the bedroom. And we're going to do some kind of stone over here on this wall. Maybe a butcher block countertop.
Light work, nothing heavy.
She's going to do the only heavy job there is, and the frame under the bus has a very light coat of rust starting to break through the paint. So she's going to get underneath the camper and sand all that down and repaint that, just because whoever owned this before us maintained it so well. We don't want to cheat.
No.
Now, our goal is still the same. We are going to sell the property.
Right.
We're going to sell 6 acres with the new house and all, and we're going to sell out and live in this camper full time for at least a year.
Right.
To determine what kind of space might be needed for us to build a small house one day. And the reason that we're going to do that, we're going to act like teenagers. And why is that?
Because we're going to move into my parents' driveway.
We are.
In the camper.
We're going to live in her parents' driveway. Tracy doesn't want to be too far away or travel too far away. She wants to be close to her parents in case they need anything.
Right. Yes.
Where are your parents at, Tracy?
My parents are in West Virginia at their camp in their camper for the past month, and they have no plans to come home anytime soon.
But we're going to be right here if they need us, because we're not allowed to go anywhere.
Right.
We're grounded.
We're grounded.
But that's the whole goal still for Tango Romeo 87, is to live free. We're going to sell the property, live in the camper, and see exactly how much money that saves over the course of a year.
Yes.
And then eventually we'll buy a piece of property somewhere to put the camper on, and we'll consider building a small house, probably somewhere in the 600 square foot range.
Yeah.
We'll build a place for the camper with the cover over it. But we've been living on and off in the camper already for a week.
Yeah.
And what do you think of it?
I love it.
Don't feel cramped?
No.
Don't feel like you can't get away from me?
No.
Is that why you send me out to do things like hook the gas up?
No. If I want to get away from you, all I have to do is go out the front door and sit under the awning in a lawn chair or something.
Yeah, we haven't discussed all that. We haven't got the outside view of the camper yet for everybody. It's not tiny, not huge.
No.
Easily pulled by our Silverado.
Yeah.
But as soon as the weather breaks and the sun shines, we'll do what should have been this week's video. We'll just have to do it in retro, and we'll introduce how the rig's set up to pull. But we could go anywhere we wanted to.
Yeah.
People are like, yeah, as long as you've got electric. I'll always have electric.
Right.
Nothing's changed in that. I still have the solar panels from the bus that we never installed, that we're looking to see how much roof space we have, how much we can install, but I'm still going to go with about 1,200 amp hours of lithium batteries out on the tongue, so that we have power at all times.
Yeah.
She mentioned we may go to a composting toilet. The point behind that is we can convert the black tank then into a gray tank, which doubles our gray water, and we can always use the truck to go get 50 gallons of water anytime we want to, with a 50-gallon tank in the truck to retop off the fresh water, which would extend us out at least a couple weeks anywhere we wanted to be.
Right. But until then, living in my parents' driveway, they have city water.
Yeah, I'm not quitting my job.
No.
Tracy quit hers.
Yeah,
it was a very tough decision because
Yes, it
we
was.
both worked for a family-owned dealership.
Loved it.
Loved it. I mean, loved the family, loved the job. I intend to go nowhere. I'm going to stay right there where I'm at. But she was made an offer that she couldn't refuse, and she now works where?
From home.
Remote work.
Remote work.
They shipped all the computers, peripherals, hardware, everything to her, and she's still in the automotive industry, but she's just doing it 100% from home now.
Right.
Less stress.
Yes.
Less going out in the public.
Yeah.
And you seem to be enjoying it.
Absolutely.
So far, she's worked for them for a week,
Yeah.
and hasn't done the first thing, but they tell her just relax, and they'll get her into training and just chill out and make her office nice, or just relax, that it's all coming.
Yeah.
I wanted her to do more today because you really need to know this woman I fell in love with 35 years ago. and she's been spectacular. I think our whole relationship and marriage for 35 years has been amazing.
Yes.
We're always both on the same page.
Yep.
Except when she told me, I was so disappointed when we were getting rid of the bus. And you told me that we could get a camper. And I'm like, no. Those things are just cracker boxes. It's not. I just give up on the whole thing. And finding this camper changed my mind. Because there's more room in this than I could have had in a bus. I don't have the expensive repairs from trying to operate a big piece of old commercial diesel equipment with air brakes. I can fix about anything that breaks on a Silverado myself.
Not only that, how much did we get for it?
$8,000.
With a refrigerator, a stove, a microwave, water heater, water pump,
all the
shower,
electric work,
toilet. I mean,
backed it in, hooked it up, and everything works.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, you can't see from this video, but this RV, this camper, tow behind, is built so much better than what they build today.
Yes.
And the fact that somebody maintained it this well lets us see what the quality was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
There's just literally nothing broke other than the loose water connection that was dripping. And I mean dripping, and it caused a little water. You saw that earlier. But we're going to kind of sign off for this evening. But I think our granddaughter is going to come over. That's what we say. We're parked beside the house.
Yeah.
We don't live there anymore. We live in the driveway.
We got a 2,500 square foot house sitting right on the other side of this
It's
wall.
literally, you could almost touch it. And we've been in the camper for a week.
Right.
I went to take a little lay down and joke like I was sleeping here last night about, what was that, 9 o'clock?
8:30.
Yeah, 8:30. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to bed. And she said, you really sad? I said, no. I got up at 3 o'clock this morning and asked her if she wanted to go in the house. And she was like, why? So anyway, but we're going to invite our granddaughter over, and she's going to play Yahtzee with us, and we're going to do that for the rest of the evening. So we will catch up with you all tomorrow. Tracy, take us out.
All right.